Dream organized. I wake up crying. No, I like low-key don't remember the next line. Sorry it's so late. I'm really tired. I'm gonna do tarot first because I kind of just want to paint to anime instead of streaming. So I might just paint by myself and just do some tarot cards now. Might be the shortest stream ever, but I did stream the last few nights when I usually take them off. So today I feel tired. Let's roll ads, get them out of the way, and then we'll pull some cards, and then you probably won't see me paint. I think I'm gonna do that in my own time, so I will be right back for the time being. It's a real silly goose hours. I'll tell you that. Sorry I started so late. If you saw my post, it was like 40 minutes ago. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start. And then I wanted to edit the word choice because I was in a less pleasant mood when I originally wrote that message. So I took the time to correct it. 444. I was set on doing tarot and skedaddling out of here so that I could once more. I need to finish this on my own. It slows me down a little bit to stream and talk while I'm painting, but at this point in the painting, it needs very, very close focus. I'm probably going to put it in front of me and do some things to it. And I think the next time that I stream art, I will be starting over. Yeah. And that's more fun when I'm a little more directionless and can take some like cool advice or whatever you would say, like fun suggestions, open canvas. But this just needs fine detail now, and I can't wait to show all of you the final product. But for now, I'm gonna do some cards and dip out, and I want to do some light work, but like I don't know what that means. It's funny because this sexual magic is really calling to me, but I never do that on live stream. So maybe I'll bring that back to the 21 and up after hours pages. I don't know yet. We shall see. Probably not tonight, even if I do. I'm tired, but we might make those readings available. Yeah, and it's funny because the title Dreambusting, I think I've used before on here. That's why it's Dreambusting 2 ? Because I think I've used the title Dreambusting. But I just had cloud busting stuck in my head, and I'm tired, and we tend to talk about dreams a lot on this channel. The thing is, because no one's here to make a request, there's really no draw for me. Oh my gosh. Of course, when I say that, people walk in. Pick a deck, any deck. What's the vibe? What's the mood? You can pick a color. You can pick a subject. You can say, like, a person or something. I'm doing tarot. But I don't know what cards to go. None of them really are calling to me. I have, like, there's 6 decks to choose from. No, there's 7 decks to choose from. What do we think? Just gonna silently lurk? I could list them. It's very general, though. Are we feeling love? Are we looking towards life? Careers, insight, connection to other worlds, other lives? What are we in the mood for? Hola. Fucking tired. Someone pick a deck. Do you like my nails? I do. Red. Ooh. I don't really. That's so funny because the sexual magic is red, but they're lewd. I will do these on my other platforms. Hello, glorious impossible. I don't know that I really remember you. Did you chat much? You did chat a little bit. Probably back in February. Oh, it's okay. It's just funny you didn't. Oh, and the demon cards are also kind of red. The cards themselves aren't red, but the book is red, and I do read these from the book. So should we do the Damon Tarot, or is that not your thing? Is your favorite color red? We're just picking a deck, y'all. I don't have any leads here. I'm working with the color red. You can check out my website, pretty much. Green, not really, but good point, because honestly, this is what I was gonna use as my green man, kind of like Celtic Connection, St. Patty's inspired deck. So good call. Yeah, we'll do green. Should we bother with the demons, or should we leave them in the bag? It's up to y'all. The demons are very karmic, and they are like kind of like career tied, but also can be the karmic connections in your life, right? But anything labor, so that you would associate with hell, repetitive cycles, etc. So they tend to kind of come out in swarms, but I do just read passages from the book because it's like it's not really tarot. It's more like oracle. And there are messages, and sometimes I'll channel little things that they'll tell me or extra advice or help interpret the messages, but it's very out of the book because they're individual demons and they all have their own, like, there's some that I remember, but I don't have all of them memorized, and I don't pretend to, and I don't try to, because they like to speak on their own. They like to say what they're going to say. So yeah, let's honor them. Let's do red and green. I'm getting right into tarot tonight. Usually I sit around and chat. You'll always know based on the screen, and not necessarily the category. If I'm ever in chat mode on tarot, it'll be like the pink box, and you can like ask me questions or whatever. Once I got the cards going, I just prefer no interruptions, which sounds bitchy, but I can get really annoyed. So, it's no personal readings, but get your message and then decide if you want to get one, however you see fit. So, let's get into this karma bullshit. No. Yeah, oh yeah, because green, that's the deck that I carried around with me today. I asked myself, which one do I associate most with green? Because I've been trying to do the St. Patty's vibes. Because, like, I'm a little bit Irish. I never honor that side of my heritage very much. And I feel like they were the witchiest ones. But I feel like you were spot on because you are very red to me. Your screen name is red, but you seem like red would be your favorite color. I don't know. I know you didn't know that. That's what's so crazy about it. Yeah, I agree with you. It's pretty wild. You did pretty spot on. So red seems like your color, natural choice. And then green would be next color. That's great. But what's odd is, like, back in the day before I realized that I could talk to dead people and was first starting to have ghost experiences with people who have passed away. And it was like people that I didn't know but would, like 6 degrees of separation, knew through other people that came to me first. And one of their favorite color was red and the other one was green. Like black and red and black and green or something like that. It was cute. So that color combination, it doesn't remind me of Christmas. It reminds me of some previous ghost story experiences. Not really ghost stories, but just, yeah, way back when. Way, way, way back when. Huh. Just had a really good moment back to 2012. Holy fuck, man. I do kind of miss the old world. I can't even lie. I think not realizing that we were saying goodbye is the hardest part. Nobody told us that our world was finite, really. They did, but not in a way that anybody took seriously enough to preserve it. Not for anyone to care, they didn't sell it hard enough. But anyway, let's start with the Sabbath is at the bottom of the deck, and I think this is really about honoring myself and taking off Sundays at the end of the day. At the end of the week, I should say. Check out the Sabbath. Focus on tradition and ceremony. Surround yourself with family and like-minded individuals. That's going to be the focus. We gotta think, we are so close to this new year. Like, it's already the 10th in some places. So, we're on the verge. The 20th marks the end of Pisces season and the beginning of Aries season, the beginning of the new year, the beginning of the new decade. The reason it's so important is because there was a whole decade of this apocalyptic mind or movement or transition that did begin in 2012, just as predicted by multiple calendars. It wasn't just the Mayans that attributed that time to being the ending of a cycle. Christ had a similar estimation, but this isn't really for that discussion. It's just to say that that was the first decade, number one, in this new era. Okay. And it's supposed to be a peaceful era, but it's going to be hard to reckon with how much violence we've been accustomed to be able to achieve the peace that we want. And that's like kind of what we're going to see for the next 10 years in a sense. But it's going to help people heal, and it's going to help things get better and like be able to come to terms with why people are at war with themselves, with others, with in the world and everything. So, oh wow. Okay, I don't know much about them. That's what I'm saying. Even though it's my heritage, I've never felt a tie to them. I've always felt a tie to the Egyptians. I've always felt the call from some of the voodoo entities that I didn't really think to explore until more recently when I sort of got permission to, in a sense. Or like, I think I always had permission, but I needed someone to validate that for me on the outside, and they have. Um, and I understand that now, but I never really felt a call from any of the Celtic gods, except maybe Green Man. A little bit the Green Man, which seems very vague and very obvious, but I think because I'm so, um, I don't want to say skilled, that was his word, because I'm so tied to it, everything else that I do, he figured he'd just come in and do a quick introduction of himself kind of thing. So we'll probably see him for the other deck. But for now, I'm going to run through these demons. There's not too many of them. So just remember to make time for family. That's what this time's going to be about the next like 10 days. Just be comfortable. Just stay home. Save your money. Stay off the alcohol. Cut back on the marijuana, even though I'm about to smoke because my anxiety is through the roof because that's where I'm at in this PMDD cycle. I always think my period is going to be hell, and then 3 days after, it's like even worse somehow, where it's like I'm not bleeding anymore, but now it feels like pins and needles throughout all of my muscles, and I don't want to move my bones anymore. And also anxiety through the roof to the point where I think of everything I've ever done as a failure, even the things that I have loved. Like, I cannot. It's so hard. It's because like all my hormones been flushed out of me via the blood stuff, and now they're replenishing. But the time in between is like this frustrating, painful experience that I have to go through, and that's part of the reason I'll probably keep this short. And I love how many people couldn't listen to me talk about my own health for 3 seconds before they dipped out. Okay then. So anyway, focus on yourself. Get through the last of Pisces season. Think of it as the astrological Lenten season. We're supposed to have been fasting. We're supposed to have been laying off in our vices and making sacrifices, right? We've been supposed to do that. We talked about it weeks ago at the beginning of Pisces season. Now we're closing in on these last 10 days. These last 10 days of the fucking 2022. The last 10 days of a 10-year cycle closing out right after the full moon. That, like, love you. Mary Milma, you came in at a great time because we're just getting started, and I'm jumping right into tarot. No, I love that, Jimmy. It sounds like you've come a long way since you even first came on here, and we're talking very lightly about spirituality and still questioning who you are as a person. And I feel like now you're connecting with something really strongly, and I'm wondering if you do have Celtic roots or Irish heritage, and that's why they feel so strongly with you, because it seems like very present. I'm seeing a woman. It's probably Bridget. I totally get that. Again, I don't work with them much, so right. That I think that's why it's the end of Pisces season and the beginning of Aries season. I feel like I've always thought of the first day of Aries season as March 20th, but if you ask someone born on March 20th, they're going to tell you they're a Pisces every single time. Every single time. It's bizarre. I'm like, okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. But you're not going to push Aries season back because Taurus season 100% definitely starts on 420. Don't argue with me. And like I get that it technically it depends on what time you're born and what time the sun transitions into that star sign. But, you know. Yeah, theoretically, like at least in Catholicism, I don't know about other Christian religions, but for Lent it is a practice because Jesus starved himself for 40 days before he was crucified, essentially. So the idea is like you cut meat and you give something up for Lent. And so when I said, "Oh, I'm going to give up alcohol for Pisces season," I realized that Pisces season coincides with Lent. And so fasting and Lenten fasting. I do eat meat. when I need it, when I'm losing iron. Exactly, because it's the end of the year. The real question is, why is our paper calendar, our business schedules, and our whole lives based on the Gregorian calendar when everyone unanimously decided on the Aries to Pisces calendar for thousands of years? That is the question. It's not odd for every religion to say it, because again, the spring solstice is March 20th. So again, it's like the end, it's all of the things we think about December: purging, getting rid of stuff, making events, counting down, making resolutions. In January, it's the middle of winter. It's not really a good time. Put it to rest, right? This is the end of the year. It's time to think back, sacrifice, whatever, plants, and let it bloom, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just, it is very weird. I don't get who the fuck is Gregor and why did he decide to change the calendar to make no sense when every religion and every even scientific practice, from astrology to agriculture, it's all been on the same calendar, and that's based on a logical one, not a business one. So, yep. Why do they use it for just the one thing? Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, I mean, that's why it feels like that right now. That's why everybody's fasting, because they're like, oh, I'm purging and cleansing myself of everything from 2022, and I'm entering 2023. Even the Chinese New Year is January or February, which is like Pisces season, so it's very close. And everybody has their own beliefs, and it's still, the timing makes more sense than fucking December. I don't really quite remember what the criteria is for Chinese New Year, because I think it's different every year, right? It's not like one specific day. So they have, again, a logical reason for that. So weird that we have the Gregorian calendar at all. Yeah, I think purging is more physical and detoxing is more within. And I think this is an important time to detox, but sacrificing is a way to add resolve to the things that you're abstaining from, right? Like, if you want to detox your aura, then you want to like clear out smoke, so you stop smoking weed. If you want to, you know, stop sugarcoating stuff, you give up sugar so that you can prove that you are trying to get it out of your system, like that kind of thing. So for me, it was alcohol. I sometimes say too much, speak too much, or, live too inhibitedly with or without alcohol. So I gave up alcohol because I didn't want to lose out on what I have from drinking ever again. Hey, sacrifice. Okay, no need to be creepy. My period was pretty light this month. It was emotionally intense, and it hurts a lot now that it's over. And I had mad cramps for no reason, but the blood was like very light this month, which was not very, okay. Very is an exaggeratory term. For me, it was normal. It was comparable to someone else's heavy, which was nice. So, less of a sacrifice in the way this month. But yeah, I'm sorry. That was like, that even for me, that was too much information. Not even discrete language, but you know what? That's part of the job. I know. Like, such goofy hours. I think you weren't here last night. Oh, hey! I think it's about to be a fun night, and I thought this was going to be a short stream. I hate that I would even think that, because now I'm excited, and we've barely gotten into the cards, so you honestly are coming in at a good time. There's actually kind of a lot of people here. Thank you. Shout out to the lurkers who are sticking around, not saying anything, but totally down. I'm the only one who agreed to talk here, so I can't even hate. We have 40 uninterrupted minutes of free ad time. I don't know if I'll make it that long, but my God, it sounds nice, right? Oh damn, I'm sorry. No, dude, it took me like so long to fucking remember to go on there. I'm so ingrained in other social media platforms. I'm like really sick of how much all of us use these platforms. And I want to not invest more in my website, but I want to use more alternative media, because I am sick of trying to grow on Instagram when honestly my Twitch community has grown organically via Twitch, and Instagram has very little to do with it. And I convinced myself that it's marketing, but it just feels habitual at this point, and I hate it. So the fact that I would take so long to reply is odd. So please take your time. We're getting used to new things, basically, right? Yes. Exactly. Why do we disrupt winter? Such a good point. Like, why is it like the wind? Yeah. It literally makes no sense. And we're just, oh, good. I'm glad you're going back to sleep. Sweet dreams. Um, I've never heard of that before. And that's okay if you're distracted by games. I'm about to start reading these passages anyway, so I love you all so much. The Sabbath focusing, we'll go with Barbados. I think that's just about making music or something, listening to nature, getting out in nature. He's a cool guy. Barbados does not really like to be on camera though. There's no rules against it, but he doesn't quite like it. Focus on closeness to the natural world and understanding of plants and animals. Yeah, that's good. Hunker down. Learn what you're going to plant for spring now so that you're ready when spring comes, okay? We've got Leonard and Zabos over here. That feels like the natural next way to go. Starting with Leonard. I always debate whether or not I actually know the alphabet or if I just know the song. Beware of fawning for attention from authority figures or superiors for no reason other than their position. Just because someone is in a spot that you'd like to be in doesn't make them a good person. Take it as a lesson. Okay, and Zabos. Focus on romance and comfort. Very good. So again, it's about relaxing and chilling. The next 10 days are meant for us to just enjoy what we have, say goodbye to this last decade, end our year in peace and quiet, love, understanding, relaxation, comfort. Like, that's a very joyous message and a good place to be, where that seems to be a resounding thing. And the thing is that people who don't get this time off, that sucks. Don't lust after a job you don't want, you know. We have Garuda and Baal here, but they are on their side. So let's start with Garuda. It's Garuda. No, I swear to God I know the alphabet. Shut up, dude. Okay. Focus on patience and perseverance in difficult situations, and on repaying those who help attain goals. Some people already got payment out of you. Don't think too much about them. Know who you actually owe. Know who's really good in your book. Know who actually has your best interest and genuinely invested in you. And you cannot get back every single person you've ever met. That's just everything. Like, you can't just give away everything you have. So, if it's because it's on its side, yes, it's good to pay people back and have no outstanding debts, but please have boundaries and know that you do not owe everyone everything, okay? And now Baal. Beware of status symbols, names, ranks, or possessions. Be sure the person behind the title is worthy of esteem. I thought that's what the other card was, but that's saying it twice. And this is like not, the thing is, it's on its side again. So it's like, yes, that's true for some, but it's not going to be true for everyone. Some people who are in those positions truly are down-to-earth good people, even if they have to play the villain or, you know, hurt the victim or whatever the fuck's going on, or, you know, whatever, you know, what the industry or job they have doesn't really make their character. So it kind of goes both ways, where there's a warning of like, don't look too far into or feel too envious of people with those positions. You know, don't try to get their attention thinking that's going to get you further, but rather see that sometimes people, even in status, can be very worthy of where they're at, but that's not going to apply to everyone. So it's interesting because it's going to probably be different relationships in your life that's representing. There's one card face down, and behind it is Belphegor. And Belphegor straight up is like, yay, sometimes you get good ideas when you're taking a shit. But I always think of that as a time to cleanse, and sometimes it's like whatever's on your mind is like what you're releasing, kind of. Not to be too graphic, but it's one of the few things that bind us all as humans. So why not use it to associate these such experiences, right? So it's debate on whether Belphegor is necessarily trustworthy or has good ideas because it's a time to cleanse. Beware of inspiration that seems too good to be true and the ideas that seem like easy money with little work required. So something is stopping you from making a decision like this. And what is it but Malcolm? Malcolm is very crafty. Malcolm is very meticulous. Malcolm is in charge. Malcolm is he is working like he's an officiant in his domain. We were talking about him during a stream that I think I posted in the forums. You can check that out. Malcolm. Focus on budgeting and frugality. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Focus on your money. It's about what you can afford, okay? Just focus on you and your money. Oh, shit. I would just go to Missouri, maybe. Start over. Who cares? It's kind of beautiful there. A lot of people like going up in the mountains and shit, right? Am I thinking of the right state? Or, I don't know. Where are you at now? Like, is it better or worse than Missouri? And, like, the streets might be warm soon, but is it worth it? Osmodius and Stolas. This is the search for true worth. True appraisal and true worth. And Osmodius, I think, is about making music. So, trying to find a message in a song. I get that, but sometimes it's good to get away from the people you know to really reevaluate whether or not they align with you anymore, to be honest. So, I'm just saying. Could be that. Yeah, I'd like to keep the demon readings pretty short and sweet. If they calm down at all, I tend to put them away because they will just keep talking all night. And I love them. My sweet babes. Hey, Dom. Hi. What is that about? What the fuck? I like your song. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you left. I brought it up and I was like, how did this happen where the ad is so long? And then I totally forgot about the song. That I really liked it, and it was kind of dark, like somebody had said. I can't remember who was listening to it with us. But it sounded very Egyptian inspired to me, and I don't know how else I would explain that, but it was giving like very much like ancient Egyptian vibes. Or like you could tell you were inspired by someone, maybe even someone like Sun Ra. Yeah, it was cool. Like I didn't get to finish it, but I started watching Space is the Place recently. So Sun Ra would be like a perfect embodiment of like that song inspiration or what I heard or took from it. So I wanted to catch up. I don't know what that means. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Where it definitely had that tune to it. So kudos. I liked it a lot. Was it called Sun Ra? Why am I don't know. See, the demons are coming out again. I'm going to put them away, though. I'm tired. Too tired to talk to the demons. Use a different deck. I love you all so much. My good babies. Oh, okay. So Sun might be why I was thinking Sun Ra, but I think it also reminded me of Sun Ra, which I only recently was listening to because I was watching Spaces. So, very on point, very on brand, very much did like it. Yes, Tom, yes, I'm excited. I'm on a painting kick this week, obviously, which is why I've been streaming art, which I was saying earlier tonight, I might not stream me painting this. I think I'd like to finish my final touches privately, honestly, but we'll see how I feel. Who's sick? Sun Ra? That's sad. That sucks to hear. Um, I might also get a little snack. I'm sitting here like, damn, it's hard to focus. We do have like 20 minutes until the next pre-roll. Yet at the same time, I might just get a little, because I'm about to do one of this big deck, and I might even grab my soda. I was like, not gonna have. Oh, yeah, he is fucking sick, yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah, he's such a genius. Like, so different, so next level, so on brand with the time and his era, and yet so much more forward than what people were really willing to do, or put more detail, more dialogue to the conversation that was being had. Like, absolutely. Like, I love that you even know who that is, because I really didn't until like a week ago. Um, that's dope. You know, damn. I love you. Okay. I want a little snack before I get into the alien deck, the green deck. I want to talk to the green man. Okay. Because it's about to be, yeah, I don't listen to it, but I think it's a great genre. I agree. It's like one of the best. Yeah. Very stuff that impresses me more than I listen to. I prefer like psychedelic shit, more annoying music that I can sing along to. A lot of pop stuff just because I like singing, but when it comes to just music, I think that stuff is the most interesting to listen to and kind of the best. Skill level, composition wise, like, yeah, just overall doesn't get better than that, right? Yeah, no, doom metal, but stoner music, but probably not stoner metal for me. Um, Yeah, Green Man's calling to us, man. I don't know. Like the Celtic guy, the Green Man. I don't know how he doesn't have a more. He probably does have like a better name or the Gaelic version of his name or something, but the Green Man. If you don't know who it is, you can look it up. I do allow links in my chat as long as y'all are not fucking weirdos and, don't ruin it for everyone or whatever. But the Green Man. A symbol of rebirth. Oh, yeah. See, this is that time of year. It's about to be the rebirth. It's about to be the new year. That makes sense. That St. Patrick's Day, too, which we can get more into that closer to the day since I'm not drinking. I will not be getting drunk on that day, but it is a Friday, so I will be streaming next week and we can do like a deep dive on St. Patrick. Because he was cool, but not. I don't think he was very cool. He was more of a colonizer than a martyr, I think. Even if he got killed, he probably had it coming, more or less. But this is the Green Man. I like this image. I don't know much about Morrigan, but you've brought it up before. This is just from Google. Don't know. Okay. So, 3 minutes. We shall reconvene in 3. What are you doing? Oh, you know, cracking a cold one with the boys, gals, and whomstever. It was kind of like what year was that? 2017 meme? Damn, that is so smooth and intriguing, dude. Fuck. I did forget to get water. I remembered to get caffeine, but not water. Great. Okay, so we're doing the mystery deck because it feels the closest thing I have to Celtic. Maybe the person who made this deck is Celtic witch or like Irish. I can't remember who it is. Raven something. It's like the Golden Gaia deck or whatever. It's often used for channel messages with like our alien connections. Dude, this comes up in every single reading lately. The hero. It's just the hero every single fucking time. 10th position fire, the hero. So it's about the masculine stepping up, stepping in, and being the hero that they need to be for the story to continue. It's emotions. Balance your emotions, figure them out, address them, bring them forward, put them on the table, experience them wholly. Ninth position, water. 13th position, water. Queen of water. So there's this, it's about the masculine stepping up, again, stepping up, stepping in, 4, being the hero, and the feminines having a positive disposition, like having, oh, fuck, no, I shouldn't be. It says I'm not. That's weird. Is there something wrong? Because I wasn't muted on my end. It might be you, Dom. Can anybody else hear? Sorry, I don't know. I'm pausing though for the moment. It might be my microphone, but it might be you. I don't know. Any other feedback? This is the disadvantage of the lurkers. Is it Dom or is it my sound? Everything checks out on my end. I don't know. Anyone else? Can anyone else confirm the sound before I keep talking? What do you mean by that? Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, y'all. This is my sound check. This is weird. Usually this isn't how sound check goes. Is something wrong? Okay. I did a sound check. It didn't go well on here, but I tested the mic on another app, so it should be good. And the thing is, if it's not, then I don't know what's wrong. Um, and by the way, I control the ads, unless I say, oh no, I forgot about the ad timer, and they go off unexpectedly. I played ads because I was testing my mic, and I was not. I had a be right back screen on, so I played ads because it makes me money. And because I have to. Now we have a whole hour of time. We don't have to roll any ads. So does it sound any better or is it just annoying? Can you hear my fan? Is that the issue? It's not really a fan, it's like an air purifier. It's always on, but it might sound loud. Could just be that. So anyway, I'll try to speak more to the mic if I remember. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I think that this is a twin flame reading. I can't even lie. This deck is for twin flame readings, don't get me wrong. It's never been a choice thing for me. It's always, this was the good. This deck is for gods, goddesses, guides, and galactics. I got it used at like a good old crystal shop over in Denver a few years ago. And this really is like very divine cosmic cards. And so for them to say, yeah, you do twin flame readings with these is what taught me a lot about what a twin flame connection really is and what it means. And part of what it is that it is this divine connection that takes a really long time to come together, right? From some standpoint or another. So the reason that I knew it was a twin flame reading is because I drew all these cards and I was in the midst of taking a break so I could do a sound check. And the top card, the last card that came out, is second position water, which is the equivalent of Two of Cups. And this is typically the love. It represents love in most decks. And it's two people coming into union, and it is two people in an embrace. So this is definitely these intense connections that you might feel with one person in particular that you've never been with, someone that you have always been connected to but never experienced, someone you've been close to but not really connected to, or, you know, someone in your radius that you haven't really face-to-face with. Would be a typical twin flame out of union connection, right? Usually a point of adversity. For some reason, it took a long time to come together, whether it was like because in society at some point your relationship would have been forbidden, or in some way you had to be reborn during your lifetimes, or there's like, you know, always some kind of adversity that represents how long it takes two souls to be drawn together, right? From these separate entities or cosmic distances, from separate realities, galaxies, timelines, whatever it is. You work really hard to get to the same one. And that's why it takes so long to come to union. And a lot of times you are older because you go down this whole road of knowing exactly who you are as a person before you come into union with them. I don't know what you're talking about. Feel free to send a link if it's not super sketchy. So that's why I know this is a twin flame reading, is because this love card came up. Don't look at me. You think that I'm one of them corny people who really thinks everyone has a twin flame? I don't. Not everyone does. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes a long time. It's a very lonely road. Soulmates are way better options. And karmics can really do some work for you. But twin flame is like holding out for something that may never come. Okay? So just remember that shit. But ninth position, Earth, coming in with the offer. The feminine is coming in with the offer. We have emotion, and underneath the second position, water, this love. Could be that the feminine's coming in with an offer of love. We see 11th position, water, emotion and intellect. Finally, wise mind balance, using your emotions and your intellect. Basically using logic and feelings to coincide on decisions, right? We also see abundance. Okay, and underneath abundance is masculine and feminine. Then we see knowledge, and that reveals the counselor. And third position, fire. The masculine is going on a journey, going to see somebody, getting that loving, therapy, healing, knowledge. Okay, healing was somewhere else, but knowledge that it takes to go in the correct direction and allow love in, okay, for the sake of the union. Willing to do what it takes for the feminine. For the fair maiden is also on a journey. And look, love. I was just picking up cards in the deck, you know. I'll check it out on the next break. Queen of Water, and again, 9th position, water. This is about the feminine, having faith, looking up, having hope, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel type shit. Not like in a dead way, but like it's been a long time, been a long road, but just know like it does come together and there will be that payoff moment. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, actually, let me just do this. Click it now, have it ready to go. Oh yeah, this looks dope. Looks like nobody's changed it since 2001, which, good sign. We have Destiny with 9th position, fire, and 8th position, fire. So the masculine and feminine coming in hot, working hard, doing what they have to do to get to the life that is already paved for them to happen, basically. Like, fulfilling their destiny by both putting in the work, right? The hero's still here. What's stopping the hero's journey from commencing? We've got 7th position, air, the masculine acting like a fucking know-it-all. And 11th position, earth, heaven and earth, the feminine being content without it. The femme's content without it, and the masculine is like, I don't need it, I know what I'm doing, I don't need your help, I don't need your advice, blah, 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 blah. That's stopping you from your true hero's journey. And being content, as grateful as it is, and as nice as that sounds, sometimes being content can make us stuck where we're not meant to be, and it doesn't help us project forward. And then time passes, and you're like, oh shit, did I miss that? Maybe I'm not as content as I once experienced. So heaven on earth is great until it makes you not want to like leave a place, right? More blockages until we get to the sweet stuff, whatever this is. What else is standing in the way? We have 14th position, fire, king of fire. So the masculine is 14th position, water, king of water. So the masculine is acting like the feminine. The masculine's kind of going back and forth, kind of thinking, I'm going to make a move. No, they should make a move. No, I'm going to make a move. They should make a move. Something about that of like, I'm better than you, or you're not good enough, prove it to me, blah, 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 that kind of thing. And intuition, something in your intuition is blocking this connection. There's something or someone in the energy that is saying no to the hero and no to this love. That's so interesting. But you know what? Bring it the fuck on. So, who knows? Third position, Earth, the seeds have definitely been planted. The seeds have definitely been planted. They're there. And the healing is happening. Going through the process, seeing the counselor, getting equilibrium, using your wise mind. Yeah. 10th position, air, moving into the unknown, a better person, transformation, creation. We have butterfly wings and third eye and seeing people walk away here. It's a beautiful thing. And emotions somehow came back around. Again, having them balanced, facing them, feeling them, working through them. Hey, buddy. Couple more. We have the crone and the first position, earth. So I think this is Bridget and the green man. Quite honestly, I think that's what that energy is. So we're going to keep, I feel it on my shoulder. We're going to keep that going. The hero, yeah. The hero again. And the youth. This is not for the youth. It doesn't matter if you're young. Okay? Give me 60 seconds. Sorry, y'all. I could tell that this reading was going to go more in depth, and I really needed to grab some more water before we got into it. So, okay, so we need to let go of the obsession with youth and stop seeing the young as our only option for things. Okay, so take this message, consider this a message from Bridget and the Green Man. I cannot believe he does not have a better name than the Green Man. What is with that? Celtic folklore. Let's use this website. So you can't search for things. I'm kind of confused. Why is there no other names listed other than the Green Man? And then just references to other religious beliefs about similar deities. That's so strange. Okay, sorry, I was having a hard time. I see it now. Yeah, I don't know. Super strange. So I guess just the Green Man, and nobody can believe how simple of a name. But anyways, so this is kind of a channel message from these Celtic deities, is kind of what I'm getting from this. So they bring this message of stop obsessing over youth. You never stop learning. You never stop being the student. You never stop being the child. You have to understand there's a balance to be attained about being organized, being responsible, being capable, and also being childlike, being imaginative, being wondered. Um, and it's not something you should separate from youth to elder, and it's not something to accentuate about children. Let go of the idea that you grow out of things or that something's meant to be different once you're a certain age or you're older or anything like that. There's just something, it's not it. Okay, that's not. Let go of the idea that it's too late or that you're too old or that only young people can do something. It's all a lie. Let that go. It's time to organize your thoughts. It's time to put it down and to print onto paper. You don't have to do spell work because if it's true love, it will come together. Stop doubting yourself. It's time for the hero's journey. Okay? It's time for the hero's journey because because you've had faith and because you must have faith now, it is because you have always had faith. Yeah, all the time. Why do you think I'm doing this weird accent? Sorry if you're just tuning in. I know that's probably not like what a Celtic accent sounds like, or it's not really like an Irish accent, and it's not really Gaelic, but it's coming out as if I should be speaking another language and I'm not. So, but yes, knowledge in the youth. Learn what you can. Take from it what you did. Don't dwell on it past too much. Eighth position, water. So the masculine is thinking too much about what he already knows. He's got to let go of what he already knows, what he thinks, and remember that you're as young as your heart will let you be. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's about working together in order to realign yourself and to realign yourself. Look at this. This is the alignment, the chakra alignment, and the self card with each other. Okay, working together to align yourself. Queen of Fire, abundance, emotion, and intellect. It's very repetitive. There is a notion that there should be some kind of celebration already, but there will be something coming. In the spring is March 21st. And in April, the showers will bring the May, and the garden will bloom, and you will say you forgot what it was like to be barren and dry in the first place. There will be something to come and rock things up, and they will be good. There will be crowns. There will be a May crowning. There is a May crowning that is coming. The May crowning. Something about the maypole is very important. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. It's about love. It's about bringing this love close together. Look, doing everything you can, going by the book. Sometimes love is more random than that. Sometimes love makes less sense. Sometimes love is just to see someone and to know them. And sometimes you have to go for it because your intuition is correct. Your intuition leading you to the places you're meant to be. Because even if you should be rejected by something, you have to understand the seeds were planted in you to make the moves to trust what you hear within you. To keep seeing the light, to keep seeing the hope and the faith, and to drive and to get to the other side, to get to the end of the tunnel, and to be yourself the whole time. Integrity, integrity. Okay, I've been having this chant stuck in my head for like a week now. I just like woke up one day and was like, "Oh, St. Patrick's Day is coming up," and I just can't stop singing. You'll never be the Irish. I got it from a TV show. I don't know. It's like a football chant. So, the Celtic vibes are strong because I'm never usually called or excited for St. Patrick's Day, especially when it's associated with alcohol and I haven't been drinking. So, yeah. been about 3 weeks, a little bit over 3 weeks for me, which I'm happy about. But I'm either going to go to the end of Pisces season or the 1st of April or Easter itself. The Crone, love. If you think you are too old for love, you are wrong. You have simply waited a lifetime for the one. And that is sometimes the best love of all. So if you're a little bit older, especially if you're an older lady watching this right now, there is never a time that love is late, even if at times it cannot see. Okay? Traveling long distances across the state, across the country, sure. Think of it the same way. Your love traveled across all of time to come be with you. Okay, so never think you're too old or that it's too late or that this isn't real or somebody, like, never ever count yourself out. I don't know, somebody is. Somebody's feeling very sad about that. I don't know if they're recently widowed, because look, the Crone came up again. So if they're widowed, but now they're just alone and scared no one's going to be able to look after them, you can look after yourself, of course. You're capable, but, you know, maybe go see a counselor. Make sure you're writing things down to help you remember about, like, remember them, remember the things that you need to do in a day, but also, it's a good practice. So it's counselor. So, like, go talk to someone if you lost a loved one, if you're the widow, and the scribe. Remember, write it down. Write down your daily plans or like memories, right? And then the Crone again, and the 6th position, air, finding balance and finding your power and feeling connected again. Okay, so if there's a widow on here who's worried about not finding love a second time around or something like that, just, you know, it'll work out. You just have to keep working at it. 111, it was 123 actually, but keep working at it. Keep chomping at the bit, okay? It's never too late, and it's never over until you're dead, and even then you just be reunited with the last one, the next one, and so on. So, no, why? Relax, please. I didn't. Don't put that on me. 8th position, earth, being very ready, the feminine being very ready, and 2nd position, water, embracing love. No guilt either if there's a widow who feels bad about moving on. You are, even if you are older, yes, it's possible to love again, but you better not sleep on it or miss it, because how many chances? Like, don't think of it as too soon. Think of it as very divine and be grateful for it, right? Like, you're not doing anything wrong by taking care of yourself and embracing a new love. 5 of air, 5th position air, 8th position water, so definitely taking off the mask, still not quite seeing something, the seneschal, so judgment calls in love, making better judgment calls in love, but knowing that you are always in control and this person is very responsible and calculated. We have the father here and the the mother and father right here. That's weird. I don't know. It could be a couple. It could just be like the dynamic. It could be the union itself, the twin flame connection. It could be like having kids with someone or something like that. It could be your own parental figures, something. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like no other cards are really coming out. Bottom of the deck, second position air. Masculines balancing themselves out, learning to deal with the two sides of them. And face down in the reverse is the second position fire, which is the feminines basically already balanced. Saying you don't need to do that. The masculines need to balance themselves out. It's not you. Don't let them project their negativity onto you. Don't let them project the insecurity or instability of their own feelings, emotions, thoughts, etc. onto you and make you feel like, am I confused? Look, the mother, am I confused? Do I not know? Is my intuition wrong? No, death and rebirth. They need to get their shit together. It's just changing right now. Yeah, the scribe. You're done writing it down. It's time to speak up and say it out loud. Okay. Yeah, the father and the mother coming up is very rare, especially they came up together and then they came up again once I shuffled them back in, so that's pretty wild. So take my hand, disappear to another world, so far from here. It's time to bring the body and mind together. So once again, you can trust your intuition just because it doesn't look like you can. It's all been divinely orchestrated and it is like happening. It's just at the pace of nature, the pace of the regular calendar, the pace at which all religions and all of nature and all of humans have always ascribed to until more recent times in the view of all things historic, right? Yeah, 8th position air. So coming in hot, coming in fair, coming in calculated, but also working hard, and it feels like surprises, you know, surprise of abundance, the maiden on a journey. You are your thoughts, manifest accordingly, bring the abundance. Okay. 3rd position earth, once again, seeds planted, the hero, once more, heaven and earth, again. The father and the scribe. Okay, stop with the drafts, just send it. Fucking send it. If you are writing someone a draft message over and over again, first of all, you're thinking way too much, and should you even be talking to someone if you can't just freely speak to them? But if you're that concerned about what you're going to say to this person, you clearly need to say something. So send it as is. Fuck the drafts. Just send it. That is the advice here. For whoever that's for, most likely a father figure, and heaven and earth. You move mountains so that you may have heaven on earth, okay? Let the worlds come together. Make the move, take the lead, be the one to say something, do something, act upon, right? You want to be a man so bad, go die in war or something, is what they say on the internet. I would never suggest that, but you get what I'm saying. It's a journey, but it's in your hands. Okay, so don't worry about the draft. The war is weird, right? So if you're watching this in some kind of, don't worry about the draft. Okay, if you worry, the more you worry, the more they'll sick you out energetically. Like, ignore it, against it. You're too strong for it. You're unequipped in some way, and you are at peace with everything. Just relax and breathe and meditate. Try not to panic. I know it's really hard times out there, but okay, relax if that's something. But if you're trying to send a text to somebody, you've got to stop with the rough drafts and just send it. Okay, email, text, a letter, whatever. You got to just do it. Okay, demo, song even, just send it. So, cool. That's it. I think I'm going to go. I think I might play some ads. I think I'm going to go. I wanted to kind of keep this a short-ish night on the cards. If I feel like streaming some painting, I feel like I want to switch tunes. But again, I think the details that I want to put on there might be a more private experience. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm glad. Yeah, the Green Man and the Bridget part was pretty surprising to me. I liked I liked it a lot. Um, Hell fucking yeah, dude. That was really good. Yeah, me too, kinda. Me too. It was really, yeah, the scribe, write something down. Did you just get here? Let me. That's so fair. It's so early, too. Isn't that funny? Well, I just did the demon deck and the mystery deck, and they were both very short but intense readings, it feels like. I think I just need a little break from tarot because they were pretty intense readings. And I think that if I keep streaming, it'll be art, though. I don't know. If you have a deck request, we can, or something going on, mention it now. I'm gonna roll some ads real quick and kind of feel out what I'm gonna do before I commit to anything. If I come back to chat for a little bit, it's because I started the tarot at the beginning of this reading, and a lot of nights I start with chatting for like an hour or two and then get into tarot. And tonight I wanted to be done quick, and I started with tarot. So I've been doing tarot for an hour and 20 minutes straight with a few breaks, a 3 minute here and there. So give me 3 more minutes and we'll think about how we're going to proceed forward. Let me know if you have any deck requests or, like, again, any kind of like topic of interest. Nothing specific, just like, general vibes or whatever. Yeah, sure. Alright, y'all. I had a little snack. Just making sure I'm all cleaned up before I come back. Intact. I don't have Spotify, by the way. Sound like a YouTube link or something. It's okay. So, back to the chat. Chat mode. How are y'all feeling? What's goody? What's going on? I wanted to paint tonight. I feel like really tired. I was like not gonna stream for very long. But I've had a decent amount of the more viewers tonight than I have the past like 3 nights that I did stream and want to stream, which is always ironic. I think the most I had the past couple nights was like 6 people, and tonight has been consistently like 7 to 9. Thank you all so much, even if it's mostly silent lurkers. Hello, how's it going? So I'm debating, like, so we already did the Demon Oracle and we did the Mystery deck. Oh, hey, Morph. I said lurk and you said here. But I'm wondering if I should just switch to painting. Little sleepy gal. Or is there a deck that anybody would like to see me use that I didn't already use tonight? Like, what are y'all feeling? I do want to, but the thing is, it's because when I'm painting, I don't talk as much, so it's less exhausting. But I also don't mind the idea of painting it privately. So if y'all have a deck request, I'll do a little more tarot in a minute. We'll chat a little bit longer, just because I really was doing tarot that whole hour and 20 minutes that I've been on here. But I do want to finish this painting like tonight. I just don't know that I'm going to do it on stream, so I can go either way. It's just like, if y'all want to watch me paint for a little bit, you can, and I will definitely stick around longer, but if we're just doing tarot, I'll maybe pull out another deck before I go. And that's about all I got in me. I'm tired today, and I should have streamed on my days off, but it felt good at the time. That's what I'm saying. It just seems like that time in life right now, like to just be a bit more quiet. Yes, unless we're cutting back on tarot, which, like, granted, I've done so many streams lately without any tarot cards, and I don't even listen to as many tarot readings as I normally do, because to me they're like podcasts, you know. But it's just so wild to think, like, I don't know, there's just so much to hear in the silence, in a sense. It's like that kind of energy of, like, there's so much to do. We don't need to sit here and talk about it, dissect it, discuss it so much. But we still have some pretty good conversation even when I'm doing the painting and whatnot. So there is a need to balance. For sure, a need to balance. Is this like gonna scream at me, by the way? I'll still listen to it, but I would just like a warning. You know? Oh, I thought I paused it. Sorry, y'all. Why did that not work? Okay. Cool. I'll listen to it on the next ad break. Well, instead of this ad break, I think I'm just gonna switch over. I'm gonna end this stream so people can watch the tarot portion of the evening. Thank you. I feel like tonight's look is basically like if there was a Wes Anderson movie that took place at some kind of like arts boarding school, college, dormitory situation, and I'm the badass, bad bitch art chick that sneaks out to smoke weed when you're not supposed to, or something. Something like that. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's my paint clothes mostly, but Thank you. A little bit of just like light makeup. Just been really into the Wes Anderson vibes because like I'm still white at the end of the day, no matter how much I want to decolonize my mind, my life, and stick it to the man. Like I am the man. I am the white man's, you know, blood. So if I'm gonna be white, I'm gonna be Wes Anderson white. Period. That's like that. That's that. That's that. So cool. Although there's a lot of main character syndrome that goes on with his movies, it's less and less over time. Some of his earlier works are a bit ignorant and even slightly racist, but we all, as white people, have a history of being or having the colonizing mindset. So once again, no matter how much I decolonize, still white. At least I'm Wes Anderson white. Gracefully aging. Beautiful. Okay. So I think, once again, I'm going to end this so that if anybody wants to watch the tarot, they can watch the tarot. But if you want to come watch me paint, I think I'm just going to switch gears and paint for a little bit. I think that'll be nice. And that might not last long because, again, I'm probably going to put it in front of me and work on little details. But I'm going to do the ivy right now. I think that's going to be nice. And since I have green, I'm going to probably touch up a little bit of the church. When I turn on the light, you can kind of see, like, I hit a lot of them with, like I said, I was like, which ones did I not get with the second coat of paint? And you can totally tell now where the light doesn't come through the sides that did get a second coat. So I was thinking about doing this, but only if I end up using black. So we'll see how the dress goes. But yeah, I think we're going to switch over. So please do join me. I'm going to be a bit quieter, a little more contemplative, maybe singing here and there if we have any song requests or anything. But I'm going to switch over to the art category and start a new stream. So if you would rather catch up on the tarot readings, watch this video. I'm done with tarot for the evening, but I will see you on the other side. And I love you all so much. And a great night ahead. And now and then. And all of it. All right.